Price elasticity of supply. Price elasticity of supply measures the percentage change in supply for a good caused by the percentage change in price. As you can see, our price elasticity of supply formula looks very similar to the price elasticity of demand, where you have P1 is the price of the goods supplied, P2 is the price of the goods supplied after the price changes, Q1 the quantity supplied at P1, Q2 the quantity supplied at P2, and here we have the change in the quantity supplied all over the change in price. There are two results of the formula for the price elasticity of supply. So either the result will be positive, which means that as price rises, quantity supply will also rise to maximise revenue, or as price falls, quantity supplied will fall also. What will happen is the producer will switch to other goods. If the figure we get is a large number, then it is very responsive to a price change, meaning that it is elastic. A large number would be something that is greater than 10. If the number is a small number, that means it's not very responsive to a price change. That it is an elastic good, and the small number would be less than 10. If the figure is 0, the producer cannot or does not respond to a price change. And that means that the supply is perfectly inelastic. And you will remember that perfectly inelastic, the curve is just straight down. We use perfectly inelastic supply for goods such as tickets for seats at a concert, where the venue only has a maximum capacity. There are 5 factors affecting the price elasticity of supply. The first is the capacity of the supplier. If the firm is operating at full capacity, then it may not be able to increase supply in response to the price rise. If this is the case, supply would be inelastic. Number 2 is the length of time. We'll use the example here of a farmer producing potatoes and carrots. A farmer producing potatoes and carrots could take a full year to respond, as that's how long the goods would take to grow. If the price of carrots rises, it will take the farmer a year to reallocate potato fields to carrots. The longer the length of time to respond, the more elastic the supply. 3. The nature of the product. The example that I use here is fish, because fish is a perishable good. A fisherman may have a catch of fish to sell. If the price of fish falls, he or she will still wish to supply the fish, even at the lower price, as it is a perishable good. Perishable products will therefore have an inelastic supply. Other examples of perishable products may be bread. 4. The mobility of a factor of production. The supplier can easily switch his or her resources towards supplying the good which has gone up in price. Then the supply is elastic. However, some suppliers may not be able to do this. For example, if the product was completely different and the labour involved in producing that product had to upskill, then it's not as easy to swap to a different product if the price of the one that is being supplied falls. And 5. Factors outside the firm's control. If there is a strike by staff, a disruption in the supply of raw materials, or a bad harvest in farming, there is little a supplier can do to increase supply in response to a price rise.